He gotta go, Joe. He gotta go, Joe. Go. Part 2, baby. Let's get it.
Student Trotter Justice said it is Lincoln Pop. Popping the link. Slow down. Let's pause. Popping the link.
Pause.
We Lincoln Pop. We Lincoln Pop. Yo. Ain't nobody here anyway. Ain't nobody here. Yo. Now we gotta get everybody back. I don't even know how to do that.
It's all right. Hold on. Let me share it a little bit.
We got 2 people. Everybody, please.
Okay, I'm gonna start sharing. Go ahead.
No, everybody too over here. Yeah. Okay, there's people. Can you share this? Let everybody know we're back.
Okay.
Somebody called me. You already know. I don't know how to do this. So yeah, man. Glad to have you back, man. Glad to have you back.
So let's tee off where we left off a little bit. You know what? This was some of the funniest shit, Cuban, because this motherfucker, you know what?
Stop cursing.
Okay, my bad. But did you watch Hassan Campbell's take on the situation?
Hassan is crazy, always been crazy, and I love his craziness, and I believe his craziness because I know, like he says things, and I know he says people that I know. So I know, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's a serious topic, but he's been.
Did you see the reaction? Did you see his reaction?
Well, on the real note, before I say that, when we talk about Hassan, it's like, that's a brother there that he's speaking his truth, and been speaking his truth. Been speaking, it's true. Like I heard me for years, over 25 years, talking about fat Joe. He's a piece of crap. He's this and that. I'm to tell y'all details. I gotta get the old. He lying. He's just a disgruntled employee. He's just mad because he ain't got a deal. And I'll be like, and when I see those comments, it's like I know those are the hater he got. Because I'm telling you the truth, but it used to get to me. Right? I'll punch everybody in the face, like back in the days. So there's a phase you go through. But imagine him, somebody that came out and said another man touched him when he was a kid. That's so crazy. And that he's the first one I ever that was like where we from. We from the hood. We thugged out. So I always give him respect on that level. And I know a lot of people don't do what I did or do still, like give him that respect. They clown him. And you know what I'm saying? That's just what naturally happened. You know what I'm saying? And they shamed him and all that. They tried to do everything to him. And he said, Warrior stood there, he's still doing it. His channel's bigger than ever, so salute to him. And now y'all seeing, is what I'm saying. I've been saying what I said about Joe, but now y'all see it.
It's truth.
Now y'all see the truth, right? And my shit always had truth to it. Because it's the truth. It's just the truth. It's not just my truth. It's really the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you see it. That's why you see it come to Life. And Hassan Campbell case, you see it come to you. See now Brazil, another MC in Brazil, I forgot his name. It's like a karate teacher or something. Just came out in the Brazilian newspaper, and all the newspapers. He's famous over there. I forgot his name. He's from Brazil. Came out and said that Bambaataa touched him when he was a kid. Same situation. And since the beginning, Hassan been telling us, Joe, nigga escaped to Brazil. He's in Brazil doing the same thing to kids. Try to warn people. But that's what I'm trying to say. I got to follow that. I got to take, like, when it's serious, it's real serious, because that's serious. Like, all of that, pedophiles, abuser, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Those are serious topics that the FBC, the Cuban BC, all of that, Foundation of Cuban Association, whatever you want to, I'm making things up, but all the races should get together and really put the law down, man.
Unity, right?
That's unity. That's the unity we need. That's why it's so important. Even if the N-word is so negative, right? Because you got to see a positive and a negative for everything, right? That N-word was negative anyway. I'm not defending anything. I'm just trying to tell you, it's time to change now. It's time to change and respect. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And everything. But even through that, to all that negativity of that word had, it's still the kids, the people in the neighborhoods, the poor neighborhoods that we grew up in, that the hip hop was invented. They had enough love in their heart and so much like
pride as well. When they wrote it, and they
not even pride. It's just they had the ambition they turned that word into a positive word of admiration to each other. And
Yes.
then it crossed boundaries between them calling the N-word to each other to calling us that. And we took it and we threw it back at them, and it was love. But that's what we see, in the East out here in the Bronx. But that is, like I said, it doesn't mean that it's gonna travel or across the world like that, because it's different situations. It's still, that word's still powerful in some things, but in a negative way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you take a little lesson from that, is that if we could do it, y'all could do it, and without using that word like that. But I'm saying that united us over here on a different level. And I'm not saying that the world need to do the same thing with that word, but find something. It's always something in each race that we're familiar with that we could, interact with our cultures and be inviting with each other, respectful, and not, don't be quick to point the finger and just see, because we do got one bad apple in every race. There's always a bad apple. You know what I'm saying? But recognize it in the positive, and the love will always, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to tee off. I want to tee off on. I want to piggyback on Hassan.
Cuban, you should be a police. Can't do that.
Don't even read the guy. That one been trolling since the last one.
Can't
but
be
listen,
police, man.
listen to me.
Definitely, I'll police my own neighborhood.
Listen to me. Listen to me. You're getting
I'll
thrown
police
off by the.
like
You're
hip
getting thrown
hop.
off
You
by
know
the
what I'm saying? I'll do
trolls.
that, but I can't wear a badge like that and arrest my people.
Listen to me. You're getting thrown off by the trolls, bro. Listen to me. So, team back off on Hassan, right?
Hassan. Salute to Hassan.
So going back to him, you know him personally. This is another situation that, looking from the outside in, I'm glad he didn't quit, right? And a lot of people now are starting to see the truth to his story. But at the beginning, you got to understand that, looking from the outside in, he was very controversial because of the things he was saying, exposing, but some of the topics he was talking about.
Yeah,
he
but
was talking about.
It's a history
He was talking
of
about
YouTube.
Chicago. He was going in on
No.
Dirk.
That's later on. That's later on. But in the beginning, he took us
See,
through.
we didn't know about him then.
Yeah, but he took us through the whole Zulu Nation, the meetings. He was in the middle of really all of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
No, I
can
get
you
it.
even ask for? Like, he was really in the meetings of the Zulu Nation, which Bambaataa was the president of that. He was like one of the founding fathers of hip hop that I think took the word hip hop and really put it into action and made all the chapters to it. And he chaptered it all across the world. Not just here. He had countries that got Zulu Nation chapters. He spread it like the gospel. And in between him spreading like the gospels, he was the touchy preacher that was doing his kids. That's evil. That's evil shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some evil Satan shit. So that's even more crazy.
I was just shouting him out though. Like, at the beginning, everybody kind of looked at him really like a troll, but everybody watched him stick to it and grow and stick to his truth. At first it was
that's what I'm trying to
entertaining.
tell you about the truth, though. When you say, like, I'm just saying Hassan because we got examples of what he went through, but you also got examples of me telling y'all after he did pun family dirty. I'm telling y'all, like, yo, y'all niggas gonna rep for this? Y'all gonna let him just do that? You know what I'm saying? Because there was certain things that was done, and it's not like I want anybody to help me on some physical. I handle my business. But as far as, like, you're gonna reward him now and put me down, like, I can't just do my albums and then, you know what I'm saying, I present my albums and a company could believe in my talent, and just push out my work as a regular hip hop artist now. Because what went down with me and Joe, he was the baloney smoker that did the foul acts. He was the one. I beat his ass up. So what? Now we got to fight. Okay, cool. Now he puts a word out to whoever he puts out. Now all the companies don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like sign me now. I'm kicked out of the hip hop now because the company saying no because they scared of Joe. He got more power. He's talking to after he robs my brother and has his family in a shelter. Word. That's deep, right? That's deep when it's real love, So that's what I'm saying. I went through those things too, and I heard people still saying, "Yo, he lying, he this, he that," and they taking his side of certain things, and I proved myself. Like there's people out there that witness me, do a lot of things. That's the guy, but I don't want to label myself as that. And yet they pushed me to do things like that, and I did it though. Stood up and held it down like a G, like a G, like a real Cuban, like a real foundational Black American, like all of that. And the more, like, you know what I'm saying, like honorable shit I did, the more they demoted me. That's how it's been for 25 years. And the people that watching, the fans, and well, I look at the people that, you know, in the thing, it's like they take the side of the lies. They'd rather believe the lie. And I don't want to give up on the truth. I never gave up on the truth. The truth is the truth, and they can make up 1,000 lies. That's why karma comes back to the actual dude, like a Fat Joe. They got people now protesting because he's disrespectful, like I always thought. He's a con artist. He's a bad-mannered individual that shouldn't be in that spot where he's at, that he's reaping the rewards of my brother Pun. Never gave him his right send-off. As a matter of fact, did the opposite. He calls him twin out here, and he's in the camera. He robbed my brother for 25 years. I think he's his brother. Twins do that to each other. Watch his family go to shelters and stuff while the world is watching. What could he have made the people believe that Liza didn't deserve her rightful piece of a pie, of her husband dying and all that? What can he say? I don't understand. What can you tell somebody that can validate that and people be like, yeah, he thought he did it. After all these years, I know he thought he did it. But I know the people know. And some of them are scared to come out and say it because he do got a street presence in places where he rocks with gangsters. I know that too. But you're scared, like old back in the days, like what's this? What's that thing? What's that movie? Comet?
Which one?
Oh man, I forgot. Meteoroid Man? When the dudes with the blonde hair come to like with the posse and everybody runs to the house, that's why they making it feel like Joe's is. Like they never came around me like that. And if they did, they didn't understand why. They didn't know that. You know, so they try to suppress my voice. They keep my voice down. They do. That's what you're not dealing with a regular, you know, like beluga whale. This beluga whale went to the, you know, ocean.
Hey, fuck it.
He went to
I gotta
the
bring it
ocean
up.
college. That ocean college you went to was like Harvard down there. So he studied with the killer whales and all of that. Like he's involved with everything. He manipulates the system. He knows how to. So if any credit I give him is that, yeah, he's definitely, you know.
I gotta ask you this, man. I think a lot of people, because I just seen it. As a matter of fact, I called you because of it. And that's why we got on YouTube. You hear me?
I know we get deep into the personal things.
So no. It's not off topic. I mean, I think it's current. It just happened. This morning I woke up, I was having my coffee, I was smoking, and at the top of the screen, I seen an interview, Amadeus. You know what I'm saying?
The Amadeus. I don't want to give
Yeah,
that boy.
hold on.
Like I'm gonna take a page out of his book. You know, because when I went on his podcast, he didn't want to put certain artists on and have me talk about them because he doesn't like that. So I'd rather not talk about him. I think he should, if he wants to grow in this business or as a man, to be honorable. You know what I'm saying? In the eyes of real individuals, then I think he should say what he says. But I said enough in the pan of chops. So I don't want to keep saying it. But yeah, I've been around podcasters that invited me, that I've been a guest in, and we had a great time together. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have had a great time together. You know, it was a dope conversation. They might have, you know, advised me not to talk about this. I took their format, you know, because I'll be on my little like F the fact. You
Well,
know,
I just got a couple questions for you.
okay,
Did you listen to the intro?
Okay,
Did you listen to the
this is what
intro?
Chicago and New York. This is what it is. I'm going one way.
Well, you gonna
He
go.
doesn't let me
Well,
express
you
my
gonna go.
thought
Did you
because he
listen
still
to
want to do it. Anyway,
Did you listen to the intro, Cuban? Did you listen to the
You're not even
intro?
Spanish right now. You Chinese. Look at you. You
Did
Chinese.
you listen
Yeah.
to the intro? Did you listen to the intro?
Listen to the intro. What intro?
Amadeus intro.
Yes, I listened when he said what he said. He said, what intro though? You talking about the intro to The podcast he got with Tony Sunshine. That's what you want.
Yes,
I
yes.
listen to it. He's baiting me. This is what they do. They bait me. They bait me in.
Okay, I have a question for you. You
Like I
heard the
said, I
intro.
didn't want to do it.
I think
Go ahead.
everybody in here heard the intro where he was calling
No, they're not
motherfuckers
even. They don't even.
weirdos. We was calling people, huh?
Okay, I don't know. You're losing me right now.
You didn't you didn't listen to the intro?
When he's talking about me
He didn't say names, but it sounds exactly like he's
or
talking
bitch
about.
ass MFs, they usually do things like that. But
Okay.
what are you trying to say though? What is the question?
No, I'm saying, did you hear that? And how did you feel about that, bro?
I told you this behind the scenes that I did this. Why are you acting like you're brand new right now? I'm not going. I told you
I
I don't
think
want to even talk
everybody
about
want
them.
to know if you heard that shit
Certain
and how
people
you
don't
felt
deserve
about
me
it.
talking about them because that's what they want me to do. So I could blow them up. So I could make them relevant. I don't want to do that in certain cases. You know,
Okay.
sometimes it's just unavoidable. I got to do it because I want to because you got me there. That's what you're doing right now. Like, you stop. I don't even want to give that. Come on, man.
I just
Nobodies.
seen
Like, these are
it. I
nobodies.
just
Like,
seen it this
these are dudes
morning,
that want to
bro.
pick on me to blow
I
themselves
just
up.
seen it. I
I thought
just
they
seen
got to
it
pick
this
on me.
morning.
They should
I
know
just
that.
seen it.
You only get one try at that. And if you come humble, I definitely come humble. But those that come humble and then they humble and then they switch up when they with the other side, those are the baloney smokers. So I don't. Once they go there, I'd rather not even say anything like on camera because I already know. I already know what it is. You know,
You already know what it is.
you should know what it is
Okay.
already. Like, it's
All
not
right.
cool no more.
You
I
got
told me it was
the
cool.
floor. What we talking about now? Well, you got the floor. What we talking about now?
Oh, no, now after you got my whole blood pressure up now. Incredible. This is why I don't go to Chicago, guys. This is the Chicago. I gotta go over there. I gotta go to trap houses. I gotta go to Southside. I gotta go to Humble Park. And dress up with a vest and just walk around. It's not even about nothing else except that's just how it goes. Then I gotta get stepped on. Then I gotta step on them. Pull out the gap. They got a 20 guy told me, and it doesn't matter because Cuban's gonna go out with a bang. I love Chicago. Chicago is like my second best place after New York, for real. Yeah, I love it. They got the train station. They got the buildings. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, but it's too crazy with the gang stuff. Even though
They're gonna
I love
call
the
us
music.
Felix.
Like I did
Felix.
mad shows in Chicago, and it's every gang. It's always a different gang, and it's Cuban. One time I got on stage in Chicago, and the Spanish population is big out there. You know what I'm saying? And when I go out there, I went out there and I put a dude up stage because it was his birthday, right? And I think he was like related to the promoter that booked me. So I put him on the stage, just like happy birthday, but he had a shirt that said like 312 or something. I forgot what the name, 325 or something like that. I'm like, this year, brother, happy birthday. So happy birthday on stage and everything. The next thing you know, before I leave, it was like a big ass rumble. And I'm over here like this, what's going on? Big ass rumble. And it's because they got mad because I put the wrong gang on stage. I'm like, what the hell you talking about? That was the birthday boy. So they got mad at me too. So I had to, you know what I'm saying? We had to do the whole, back to back, get out the, with the hammers and go into the car and just go back to the telly. But it's that crazy in Chicago and but it is what it is, man. But much love, man. Much love to everybody. I'm just trying to tell y'all stories because
you have a lot of fun in Chicago.
Oh yeah, massive fun. I have a lot of fun everywhere, but Chicago is definitely a party and a great time to have. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm with family out there with you and your fam and all that. TA said, what was all that sleeping with my... Yeah, I think that's what he said about Joe, TA, the legendary TA.
That was a hot interview. That was a hot interview. So that's why I brought up Hassan actually, because he not only his reaction, but he interviewed TA.
Yeah.
And TA said some stuff
No, he
that,
said
like
a
I
lot of
said,
stuff before that. He said a lot of things with Panda Chop. Shout out to Panda Chop. He interviewed him, and he said a lot. I believed everything he said. Most of the things, not everything, because not because it was just saying, let me just say this. With TA is different than me. TA is searching for a dollar sign that Joe owes him. He owes him a bag. He didn't get no scars. He didn't get beat up. He didn't get shot. So it's not as personal as mine. He owes him a bag, and he owes him time that TA took off because he could have did a lot of other things and be more successful at it. So I understand that his pay, what he wants back, his revenge would be getting the money that he deserved because Joe owed him money. So me, Joe owed me money. Joe owed me a fair one. Joe owed me, for me to stuff him before the fair one. Joe owes me a ring match, steel cage, George the Animal Steel against Tito Santana. He owes me that. He owes me the blood sport wrapped around knuckles with the glass on it. You know what I'm saying? When the Chinese boat comes and takes us to an island and me and him just go at it. That's what he owes me. You know what I'm saying? Then he owes me even more after that. So it's hard to pay back that to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just putting it in a metaphoric way. But at the end of the day, it's the simple. If we could avoid all the things that I just did that we got to go through before, forgiveness is felt and really extended, he could just go back and give my brother his proper respects of tell the world what you did to him. Go to Liza, apologize to her and the kids together on your knees with the bag that you owe them, plus some love. No, you don't have to be plus. Just the exact amount of money you owe them that you stole from them. Then come to me, sit down, tell them how sorry you are for setting me up that day where you started a fight with somebody else and then it was already set up for you to swing on me. And after you swung on me, of course I rocked your world. That's why, what I'm saying, you was wobbling back and you didn't think it was going to happen. That's why it caught you by surprise that the energy of God was flowing through the punches and you got knocked the hell out. Wow. You had somebody in the corner to help you. That's why they went to draw on my face from behind. You know what I'm saying? And then not even that, the Jimmy security that you hired probably before time that you set up to throw me out after that happened. Because Jimmy was my place too. How that security gonna throw me out? So all of that. Say you sorry for that. And tell me a story about how you blocked me to get my spot from your album to come out instead of mine with Atlantic that you told Craig Comment that, only 5,000 shipments, pre-shipments was done about me, and you told the public this, which was a lie. Tell them the real reason why you skipped my turn, whatever. Tell them you had it planned out already. After Pun passed, you wanted to take all the energy of that and allocate it to you for your project so you can make the money. Tell them that. And this got to be in camera, televised. Tell them that how my turn was after the Don Cartagena album, Cuban Link's album was supposed to drop. And you made me wait a year because you wanted to drop the Terror Squad album because it was more money for your pocket. Tell them that was true. Tell them you was taking 50% of Pun's, as managing them. Tell them you was taking that, 50% of every show Pun ever did. Tell them you was taking 50% of every feature Pun ever did as a manager, as an acting manager. And also, tell them that you collected $1/3 of $1 million after Pun passed. Life insurance on Pun. But you collected it. You couldn't even be a man or a friend or a twin, like you said, and hit the family off with a little love. Tell them that. Tell them how after Pun went triple platinum with Capital Punishment, he tried to renegotiate his deal, and you threw your lawyer at him and made him try to lower the 50% management fee, and you gave him hell, and Pun was about to be out too. But I think you lowered it down. I'm not sure. Never got the end of that story, but that was my brother's temperature was at the time before he passed away. But yeah, baby came out. So I think I did fix it up. I think you lowered it probably. I don't know the number, but I think it's like 20 because that was fair. Tell him that. And tell him he was collecting 20% from me and every other artist in Terror Squad as an acting manager when we was also down with the label. So that's called double dipping. So tell him you definitely jerked us in advance as artists. Us, me and Pun, we didn't care because we knew that we paid dues, but we definitely had love for him. For you, we wanted you to progress. And even when you got money, we didn't count your money, but you was counting ours. You was preying on our money plus your money. That's how greedy you are. And then what else, man? There's a lot of things you gotta say. Every lie you told, you gotta reverse and let the truth just take over. So you could explain and put our story in the right perspective. Because I could say a lot of beautiful things about you, how I felt about you when you first came in, how we thought of you, the talent we seen in you, even though you didn't have the pen to write lyrics and all that, but we seen the talent in you and we seen what you're great at. That's why we try to just we do you that, like pun through you the talent of writing your rhymes, and we both helped you perform it in the booth. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like when Ice Cube showed Eazy-E how to rhyme in that movie, Straight Outta Compton. Same way with Joe. Spent countless hours, and he was doing a dip, 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 off rhythm and all that. We had to get him in rhythm. So tell him we did that. We had enough heart and love for you to do that because we didn't get paid. Our whole thing was like, yo, you know, he's the leader of it. We accept him as the leader, whatever. We're gonna do this team thing, and that's how me and Pun brought that energy to the Terror Squad. Tell him you didn't give Pun not even one dime out of, or share out of Terror Squad. Tell him all of that. Just tell him that. You know what I'm saying? Tell him Cuban was right all along. Cuban did have love. Cuban was one of the realest dudes I ever had in my team, along with Pun first. Tell him that. So you could put some, you know, some respect in your name, and you could put my story out there the way I've been having to show everybody who I am. But life tells it. Life tells the story even when you don't want, even when there's no words, because it puts people in situations like what you're in now, what he's in now, where he showed exactly what he feels about people, in general people. Forget about me. This is how he conducts himself. And he's been prancing along this whole hip hop industry, thinking he's that. The more money he gets, you know, the more you feed the beluga. And the beluga, he likes to show off. You know, he throws water out of his blowhole when he wants to now. He has no respect for nobody, not the fans. You know, on a one-on-one, not the people involved inside it, because
NBA.
he feels he's bigger than that because I guess the money he's getting, because now he's with the upper room.
Let me ask you something. You see him performing for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, right?
What?
You seen him performing for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris?
Oh yeah, I think they had the baby oil. He was in the back
Okay,
with the
so
baby oil with Diddy.
if Terror Squad was still together, would you perform for them?
I didn't. No, I don't like it. No, because the fact that how I seen how it was going, like I already seen Trump's story. We seen Kamala. It's not like I just gonna go with anything, you know, just because I'm the type of listen. I'm the oddball. I am. That's why maybe I'm not like I wasn't liked by like Joe like that. Sometimes me and Pun used to get into it because, you know, the Trinidad fight. I used to love De La Hoya. He went for Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't thinking about the Puerto Rican thing. You know, all Puerto Ricans should go for the Puerto Rican boxers. I swear to God. That's how we all do. Cubans, I'll be like that too, but not all the time. But most of the time, I'll be like, that's Cuban. Even though I don't know the boxer, I'll be like, I'm going for the Cuban. Because, you know, Puerto Rico, every race is like that, right? Or they got that pride in them. That's what boxing is about. But he got mad at me because of that. He got mad at me like, you're a sellout. You're not even, you know what I'm saying? So even when the odds is against me, I'm going to go with what my heart feels. And the reason I went with De La Hoya, because I thought he was just a better pugilist, better boxer than anybody at the time. My favorite boxer with skills. You know what I'm saying? Not because I'm Mexican. I'm on the East Coast over here. I love my Mexicans, but, you know, I'm close to my Puerto Ricans. So I would have went on a Puerto Rico just because of that, but I just know enough about boxing where I felt that De La Hoya's going to give him a clinic. And he did, but they took it away from him. You know, they took it away from him, but he did. For 9 rounds, he gave him a clinic. They jerked him on that fight. But I still love Philly Trinidad. That's Puerto Rican fighter I've ever seen in my life is him. I love him. I love him for who he is. His humility, his skills, his heart, his courage.
Fat Joe is only Puerto Rican when it's convenient to him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he used that to his advantage. That was a political. Let me get the bag.
He's a come a chameleon.
Yeah, but that's what that was about. He sold out for the bag, you know.
Oh, shit. See, I'm trying to stop my bad habits, but y'all see me. I'm over here trying to sneak it in, and y'all see me over here trying to sneak in the cigarette.
Cuban won't let me get a word in, y'all. You heard?
No, my bad. Let's take some. Look. Read the. I'm sorry, my brother. I'm sorry. I get a little.
I'm taking questions, bro. I'm just gonna take some questions, bro.
Salute and rest in peace to Charlie Rock, man. At the end of the, you know what I'm saying? Before he passed away, man, me and him. Remember, that was Joe's OG. That was the one that he did 14 years for Joe.
The way
you see how Joe set by him, right? Said, God don't like ugly.
On the day he died. On the day he died.
What
Yeah.
a piece of shit, yo. If y'all don't see why this dude deserves all of this, y'all crazy. You're crazy. He deserved this and 10 more times. He got enough incidents that he showed who he was, that there's no saving this dude. In nobody's book. It should be in nobody's book. The only one who can save him is God. But he can't because he's not down with God. You already showed you. He's the devil. He's down with the devil. That's it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Because it's like, yo, you got rewarded for the worst possible things you could do to human beings. Only the devil could do that. But anyway.
You need a document. You guys need a documentary.
Sorry about that. But my brother, look at the thing and start, like answer the questions out there. Pick the right one.
You got
they
a
got the
troll
hated
right
tool here,
here.
but you want to do the hated thing with no.
Troll right here. Hell yeah, Cuban.
Just answer the questions a little bit while I
Cubans are the same exact people. Yeah, Boricuas and Cubans are the exact same people with the same descent. Taino blood. We went through poverty. We went through the boats. The whole same thing,
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Puerto Ricans just got better food.
Yeah. So it's not exactly the same. You know what I'm saying?
That Joe.
Boricuas, I lived in Puerto Rico. See, that's the difference, though. I lived in Puerto Rico. Like, you didn't live in Cuba. And I can tell you.
Somebody said, who said Fat Joe had a little pee-pee? See, you got me reading this shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Stop. You said the N-word again.
Hey.
Stop. But
you know I say,
this is a natural conversation.
With
You
love.
see how Spanish folks, Latinos could get into a conversation and use that word with each other. And
yes, but we do it out of love.
Words but it's still wrong.
20 years.
I'm trying to tell you, it's still wrong. This is a natural conversation.
Fighting for rights.
We're not conscious sometimes when we're saying it. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all if y'all point that out so I could get my mind, back to the right programming. Because we've been messed up with the programs coming up from the Bronx, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't change the definition how much I love my black people. And, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the FBA. And
they told me to ask you
not because y'all put, I respect y'all. You know why? Because y'all standing together and standing for something that's right. That's right. Remember that. I don't know who, the business side, who invented, who patented the FBA to make money. If that's the case, I'm not saying that because things happen like this. Get people organized, and then later on, when they get enough supporters and all that, they do the Ponzi scheme and they boop, and they do them dirty. If that, I'm not saying if or nothing. Even if it happens, this is the reward, the unity y'all got together, the positivity of the movement of sticking up for your race the way you're supposed to, demand your respect, and doing it in an orderly fashion, respectable, but show the power of unity. I love that. That's part of me. I'm part of y'all. And I'm Cuban, I can say that. He can say that. Puerto Ricans and Cubans, we got that 30%, African gene in us. But I always embrace my blackness.
Hey, the people want to know,
I always
Cuban.
embrace my Indian. I always embrace even the Spaniards that conquered us. Because it made me.
Hey, the people want to know,
we got to be who we are, right? Who we are is exactly who we are. We got roots from, we got to learn. It's not always about the bad stuff and the whitey and all. I love some white people, man. I love them too. Because not all of them are like that. But we definitely have to build, we could start with our race first to get together and unite that race. After that, we can move on to the next races and put the two together. And the third and the fourth, till the world gets together. That's just how it's got to be. But as long as you got the devil in there playing that separation, division, we're never going to be as powerful as we was born to be and meant to be by God, man. Remember, God he's the energy. He's the energy. And the devil's around too. Like I'm telling you, devil's around with the hoodie on, just like Passion of Christ, whispering in people's ear.
Hey, Cuban, the people want to know. The people right here in the comments, they got a good question, or they want you to talk about something that's pretty dope. They want to know for you to talk about the Biggie situation with Joe, because he be talking about, is he capping or what about he got songs with Biggie?
He's 100% lying. 100. There's no room. No 99.9. No. all the germs I killed with this, that I'm telling you, 100% of the germs and the lies he's telling is straight lies. There's nothing that he could, no
He said he
story
made
ever.
8 songs
I
with
was
Biggie.
there for all of that. I was the reason. I'm part of the reasons. You know what I'm saying? That he showed a little skit in the beginning that I was talking. Me and Pun went in the booth and started talking. Biggie wanted us, Puffy brought us to his studio session. We was in the other side. It's called Daddy's House Studio. It's in 44th Street. I used to record across like the east side, the east wing and the west wing. It's a big building. I was in the west wing. Daddy's house was in the east wing. So you know what I'm saying? I used to go over there. We had a great relationship. I used to go over to Daddy's house and Boyz II Men was there. And I was there. And it was always a session. It was more inspiring. Nori was there when they did Banned from TV. I remember I went in there with it was Banned from TV that they did, and Pun went in there. We recorded in Daddy's house. So I'm just saying that the relationship was extra cool. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. Joey always followed Puffy's manual.
His
He wanted
playbook.
he just wanted to be the black. That's why I said
The Black Diddy.
the Puffy. What I said, chubby Puffy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not just saying that to snap on him, but for real, he followed his manuscript as far as like the artist. That's why you might have seen the relation, the similarities between Biggie and then he got Pun. They're both heavyweight lovers and lyricists. You know what I'm saying? And they conquered, Pun conquered the Latino market, us all with the black market. And then Biggie, of course, you already know there was exceptional rappers and they legends. And then you see Mace, the pretty boy, doing it for the girls and all that. He saw me as Mace. I was never Mace. I never stole myself like a pretty boy. But he labeled me that and he promoted me like that. He wanted Atlantic Records to promote me that way. Because he was following this dude's, whole manual of how
So
to win.
100% he ain't got. So 100% he ain't got no music with him. He never cut no
100%.
music.
The
How
only thing he
about
got,
Pun?
is me, Pun, and him on a skit in the beginning of a song speaking Spanish, because Biggie told us he wanted some gangster shit in the beginning, of like some Scarface Spanish dudes just arguing about a robbery, about stealing some keys and stuff. So me and Pun and all, we got in there, we started spitting, Oye, ¿qué pasó con la llave? Say, oye, castigador, dame esto. And then Puffy, oye, puñeta. Puffy used to be only limited to the words. Joe used to say disparates, like things that don't mean nothing. And like the English with the Spanish, it was funny. It was dope. ¿Qué quiere be feo conmigo? Yeah, be feo is not really a word in Spanish. But he know how to do that. New Yorkers, they know how to do that. So that's what Joe did. So it was just 3 in front of the intro. And that's it. And that song never came out. Never came out. He never did it. That was around the Life After Death album. We met Biggie. It was a pleasure. My brother was smooth in the sidelines in the dark. And he was just there. And he was really like, that's Biggie, man. When you be in front of legends, you know what I'm saying? You can feel the aura. Even they don't have to say nothing. But he was special. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, yeah, man, that's dope, man. We was in a booth looking through the mirror. He's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Him and Puffy. I don't know if D-Dot was there. I know it was just him in there. I think Puffy went in to check it out. He heard it, and we got out of there. You know what I'm saying? But that's what. And then I wrote Señorita, the hook. Jadakiss wrote the verses to Señorita with Groovy Lou and all that. You know what I'm saying? He wrote all of that. I had the tape. I had the tape, the cassette tape with just Jadakiss. Actually, Jadakiss rapping the lyrics. It wasn't even Puffy that mimicked him later in that real song. It was Jadakiss spitting those lyrics, and I had to write the hook. And I was still living in my projects or in Lowville's in 167. And I went to my room. I jotted it down. Mami, ven aquí. I wanna be your papi chulo, can't you see? Baby, I need you conmigo. Your style is my estilo. Te necesito yo a ti. See, that makes sense, right? But the whole process there was to unite the cultures, unite the black and brown. Get Latinos to come into hip hop more. That's why they added me for it. So I knew my job. I did it. I went over there after I did it. I went to Daddy's house again. Was in a booth. Puffy told me to get in the booth because what he said the structure. I thought he was I was gonna teach him outside the booth. I was like, show him how to pronounce the words and everything. So I was showing him that. He was like, you know what, Q, now just go in the booth and you sing it, right? Sing it like you're going to do it, like you're really performing it. And then I'll go over you and then I'll take you out at the end. That's what we did. So I did it. I tripled it and everything, get it, get the voice like really thick, triple it. He slow down, pause. But you triple your voice, it sounds a little more thick and more powerful. And then you do the ad-libs in another track. So I did that. And then Puff went in there because he didn't know how to, talk Spanish. Like I was like, te necesito and all of that. I need you, but in Spanish. So I was basically just translating the same words, but I was using the Spanish with the English. So I bounced on it. I'm nice at that. I'm real nice at that. So that's why I said, man, that energy right there of my music, when I write my music, and I always, me and Pun, we try to bring the Spanish culture with us because we want them to really enjoy the hip hop and know what real hip hop is about, because the roots of this hip hop that we doing come from the Black American, the Black
American.
the foundational Black American. You know what I'm saying? It comes from that. So we spreading that. That's I didn't just say this. I lived this and I wrote this and I felt this.
Remind everybody. Remind everybody. First, start with Big Pun. What were 5 of Big Pun's favorite MCs?
Wait! I didn't finish my story. What did you see? I just said that, but wait a minute.
Go ahead. I waited on that half an hour. Go ahead. Talk.
But this is some points. This is real history right here. Talking about Señorita the record in No Way Out. I think it's No Way Out. Puffy's first album. Okay. We're missing you and all of that. He sold 7 million on this. I never got a dime. I wrote that hook. You know what I'm saying? So, I come out the booth after I triple and everything. Now we're hearing it back. Like, Puffy's like this. Now he's ready. So I said, "Yeah, Puff, don't worry about it. I got you." I started taking the maestro. So he started going over my words. You know what I'm saying? Over my voice. So now he's putting a 4th one on it. But he's erasing one while he's putting 1. So he got up to the 3rd. It took a little time, but he got it. He's a great entertainer. He knows how to do that, right? He mimics. There's people that mimic, just like Joe. Same thing. That's why they got so many similarities together. That's why I call Joe an entertainer, not an MC. Because they know how to mimic and they know how to just perform later. So he did it, got the 3rd one on, did exactly the same format I put it in. Sound crazy. He did his little ad-libs. He comes out the booth. We give him congratulations. Joe was in the session. Joe clapping and we all clapping. Yay! Kind of crazy, right? He calls Jennifer Lopez. That was the final, yes or no. You know what I'm saying? But Puffy loved it from the beginning when I was singing it. He loved just the whole thing. And if you listen to that song, it makes sense. It's not like I'm talking Spanish, it's talking. I'm really talking to a young Spanish girl, like as if I was a Black man and I'm trying to seduce her into coming with me. That's what it was. So I wrote it in that manner, because it fit the song. So Jennifer hears it. I'm even aquí. Started doing the old, you know what I'm saying? She had a big ass back in the days, J-Lo Culo. So she started just doing that to like seducing Puffy now. And Puffy over there just chilling, and she's like this on him. Oh, this is crazy. She started going crazy. Then after that, then we left. And then when I heard it again, they added the India sample in there. They added that. So that's the story of that. Now, the thing about that I did that, right? Now I'm a Terror Squad artist. Joe's artist at the time, right? He's supposed to be managing me. So I'm over there making him look like a star. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like the greatest manager in the world. No, his job is to go get my points. If there was this, they rich already. If you're not gonna, he told me I can't get no money because of this. This is like pay. I told him, yo, man, at least give my credit as an artist to a manager. Yeah, at least my credit, man. I knew even back then I knew it. Like Pun wasn't doing things like that, but I was. I was like, at least get my credit. This is a big thing. I knew it was a big monumental thing. Like, get my credit. Yo, I'm gonna try. Weeks go by, months go by. Yo, man, you won't get my credit? Yo, man, you gotta pay dues. Did that. Now I say that to say this. 2023, after the breakup and everything, he's in a podcast with Jadakiss. She's talking about, reminiscing about Puffy. Oh, Puffy's this, yo, he's disgusting. Puffy's disgusting with Jadakiss. And Jada's just like, yeah, man, you do bad business, whatever. And he goes, yeah, he jerked me too. This is Fat Joe. Fat Joe says, yeah, he's disgusting, yo, he jerked me too. I wrote Señorita, right? I wrote the hook for Señorita. I know you wrote the verses, but I wrote Señorita. And I'm watching this like, this nigga just took credit for my shit after all this time. So he been doing this around the industry, taking credit for other artists. So this is, you see how disgusting these dude is? The dude that I left the label because he told me, yo, you whack. You this. After all I did for him, you whack. In the lawyer's office, he tells me I'm whack, we don't need you. So I go, I do my own thing myself. But this same dude, after, I leave Terror Squad, we got beef and all that. Later on, that year, he gets on a podcast with Jadakiss and says he wrote the song I wrote. He taking credit for, come on, man. That's not an example for y'all? To show you how the hatred and the disgustingness of the thievery of this dude. And if he did that, which he did so many things, you don't gonna believe me in everything I tell you about this dude? If I got facts to that, you ain't believing that this nigga jerk pun for real, like Extra, Rob, Remy, and Tony from Foundation Records, which was Pun's label after he passed. Y'all don't believe me? That's why it'd be like, when I come with the truth, I come with proof. I come with heart, passion. I come with how I put my life on it. And I put my life on it many times. So that's why I get offended sometimes when it's like, I just told y'all this and y'all still want to support that bad dude. And that's why hip hop been putting them up there for people to support him. And they chose him. So it gotta be a devil's little deal that's going on in there, that he made with them. And they part of the devil squad with it. That's how I feel. After all this time and all this time passed by and taking credit, look what he did to TA. Back to TA. Look what he did to TA. And I said my story so no youngins, new artists could get caught up traps like that. They should learn from what I'm saying. And later on, look what he did to TA. Messed up that boy's life, took him away from his family, left him broke. Now he blackballed like he did with me and Chris Rivers. He did that to Pun's son. I think he's thinking, you're still thinking that he didn't block Pun's son like for all these years. And you see how Pun's son, how crazy he is. You think that he wouldn't got a deal, right? If Joe wasn't around, you think he wouldn't have got a deal? Everybody knows this, man. It's not even like I'm making it up or I'm guessing or I'm thinking or this facts I'm telling y'all. And this is a personal thing. That's what I'm saying. Right now, he disrespected FBA. You know what I'm saying? The FBA. And that's everybody. He didn't disrespect me back in the days. I had to handle that on my own. Y'all didn't believe me, whatever. Now that y'all believe he's got the nerve to disrespect the whole hip hop culture and the family who started it, the race, the ethnicity who started it, after they put him on. So y'all feel just like me. He's a disgusting piece of shit that got the nerve to do this. That's how y'all feel. That's why I'm trying to tell you, man, the world goes like this and we're all part of each other. We go through the same situations, even though it's different details to it, but we got the same feelings when somebody does certain things. When a friend backstabs you, when a lover, does some real, back betrayal stuff. It's all the same things. It's just, we just gotta have that that audacity and that face to really face it. And stop trying to hide things. Stop trying to hide the uncle because he's part of the family that he touched that, the niece or the nephew. We got to start doing that, regulating and putting the gavel down and judging and sentencing and all of that. Now, not with the course, I'm talking about, I believe in self-sentencing. Whatever happens in the house stays in the house, as long as I'm watching, because I know my righteousness is not going to let no crazy shit happen. Unless we got to kill everybody, then I'm running. But that's not even in my mind. But, you know what I'm saying? But, it starts with the family as a unit, We got to bring back that love. That black love definitely needs to be spread just like this, because this militant move right here and this putting your foot down, to me, stands for love of the culture, for love of the beautiful black skin, beautiful culture that y'all shared and y'all opened up to the world. And now, at the end of the day, look what happened. And it's not all everybody else's fault, too. Y'all got to point the finger at yourself, too, with the N-word and with the culture, the hip-hop, because whoever owned certain things like BET, they sold that to somebody else that's not theirs. So everything, was sold in a business way and was never kept and really cultivated and passed down from generation to generation like it should have. So me as a black man, that part of me that's black, I take the blame on myself too. So it's not even about the color, but I got to put it in layman terms where everybody really understands what I'm trying to say. It's bigger than just one thing or the other. And we got to get pieces of shits like this beluga colonizer, trying to really just pull a move and then, involve other people that are innocent and make it up and turn this into a whole different kind of, I don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? So just, stay focused on the right matter that needs to be handled. And that's a, big head. I think I put that emoji up too. If y'all see the egghead, that's what he is. Humpty Dumpty fell on the wall, fell on his ass, and had a great fall. But don't stay quiet now. My phone's about to die. I gotta charge. But I think. Are we done?
What were Pun's 3 favorite MCs?
Coogee Rap, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane.
What
And he loved
your-
mob style. He loved mob style. That's something I don't know. Remember
Mob style?
AZ and him, mob style? Loved.
Who are your 5 top MCs?
Mine?
Top 5.
Yeah, the same. G-Rap, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane.
2 more.
Slick Rick. And probably LL.
Give me 5. That's the good one. Give me 5 top groups.
What do you think? What is this?
I want to know. I want to know. These are your roots. You came from the beginning of hip hop. So yeah, I'm sure everybody.
Boat like Colombian coke.
But you had your groups. You could even throw R&B from back in the day back in there if you want. It's part of hip hop.
Well, all right, but wait, we're going crazy. Wait, group?
5 groups. 5 groups.
Das Effect is definitely in there. Me and Pun, that's why we became like the first duo back to back, going back to back after each other. We did like we took off Das Effects and did our own thing, but Das Effects were a big influence in that. EPMD too, dope. Who else? Tribe Called Quest had a big part. Also, the Smooth Brothers, Backpacker. We used to call them back. Well, later on we called them Backpacker, but he was just like the Groove Theory. Whoo, that was crazy. Groups. That's later on, of course, the Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang is not even a cool.
Of course.
That's like a clan.
That's okay, give me 2 that's not East Coast. Give me 2 that's not East Coast.
NWA, my favorite.
Of course,
Let's go. NWA, favorite. Yeah,
Cypress Hill.
They did a big impact on me.
Cypress Hill.
Twister. I love Twister growing up. Nobody
Cypress
knew about
Hill.
Twister. I put Pun onto Twister. Like I was that real hip hop, historian, little kid. Like I used to buy all the bootlegs from the bodega. You know what I'm saying, for $5. So I used to, Granddaddy at You, like, MCs like that. Like, I go back.
Cypress Hill was dope too.
With my headphones and my Walkman, and I used to have all the new like bootleg, the new songs that came out. You know what I'm saying? Because I had the bootleg.
You know what I said? Cypress Hill too. Cypress Hill.
Juice Crew, the best. Yeah, nobody beats Juice Crew. To me, the Symphony, G-Rap's part, Kane's part, G-Rap, even the whole thing's great. Master Ace, I love Master Ace. Take a look around that album, it's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Kid Frost from out the West too. This for the Raza. That's my brother. Mexican brother over there. This for the Raza.
You performed with him in Chicago over here. You performed with him in Chicago.
Yeah, remember I did that. Later on in my life too. Way later on. But I met him before. I met him before in a picture. We took a picture where all the Latinos MCs came. I forgot what magazine was that, but we took a picture. Me, Pun, everybody.
Low right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cypress Hills.
That's what I said. Cypress Hill. That's what I was saying.
Crazy.
Be real enough.
That was different. That was different. Nobody sound like
nobody
like Be Real to this day. You know what I mean? That's the, you know what I'm saying? Like these brothers are crazy. Hip hop was the movement, man. I mean, I remember Boss. Remember Boss? She was a girl, the gangster chick.
Yes.
The Formula, the Doc, the DOC.
Whoa. Give me 3 females that out of the whole hip hop.
MC Light. Or my favorite one, number one is Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Roxanne, you know, Shantae, nobody fucks it up. Nobody. Like lyrical, straight off the block corner, battle, making songs, voice. Nobody fuck with her. Nobody. Not even
How
today.
about now? How about now,
Here comes the
Cuban?
big mama. So save all the drama. Woo!
Cuban, out of all these kids, right? This
Lady of
new
Rage is
generation.
dope. Lady of Rage is
You hear
dope.
me?
I just
You hear
said that
me?
right.
Out of all these new, from the last 2-3 years, we're gonna say this new generation. I'm gonna give you some names.
Yeah, I got lost. I got lost.
Really?
After, no. But right now, I'm really like lost. I got a couple of them that I like, but I love, like I used to love these ones when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I love, you know.
Man, I'm gonna tell you some young guns, bro. They're from the East Coast. Jadakiss and Freeway just jumped on a remix called Hood Olympics. It's this young kid named Al.
Al is dope. He's dope. He's dope.
Raw. He did a track with
He's
Benny the
dope. He's
Butcher.
dope.
Benny the Butcher.
Benny the Butcher's sick.
So them
The whole
two.
Griselda, sick.
So imagine them two with Freeway and Jadakiss.
Well, I could imagine, but still, just because of the name, I want to hear lyrics. I want to hear how they
Oh,
spit.
all bars.
Sometimes, you know, they be disappointed in me. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
But
it's
Benny the
like it's
Butcher.
okay. I don't want it when you got names like that. It can't be okay. It's got to be a project where all of them got to collaborate with each other and make sure that every verse is legendary.
When
That's
you
how
get
I
off
am. In the
when you
studio,
get
that's
off
how I
this
am.
live, when you get off this live, go listen to it. It's called Hood Olympics. It just dropped like 3 days ago.
But you said girls. You said
No, okay. No
female
girls
rappers. You
on
said
there.
no. But you said female rappers
Yeah.
right now. You
Yeah.
know who's dope? They don't get like Snow the Product. She's a little female. I think she's
Oh,
Mexican.
yeah. She's Latina.
Dope. She's
Lyrical.
a little pop and all of that, but her lyrical skills are crazy. And she's one, you know what I'm saying, that been doing an independent run. I always love her. She never showed me
You
love
know,
back though. They don't care about me. I swear to God, I'll be
you
like
know,
this, posting it up.
you know
You
what?
know, salute, man, fire. And this young Spanish kid that from out here, I forgot, he be talking about God. He got a Caesar. He's the one who had a little battle with Beans. And I know Beans too. Shout out to Beans. He's from Pennsylvania, Philly. But he's the one who battles that. I've been eating beans my whole life. You didn't see that clip when they battle rapping with a girl? He battle rapping with a girl.
Yeah.
That
I have
kid
seen it.
there, he's fire. And he's Latino. I think I don't know where he's from, but he looks like it. I know he might be a little
I like
African.
that. I like that kid Goods that does the
Battle rapper.
battle rap. Yeah. I
Goods
like
is dope too.
Goods. I like Charlie Clips. He a
Goods
beast.
is Charlie, my brother. I got a chance to meet him.
And the other one
Artist
too,
showed.
the Latino guy too, Julio Clips. No, Julio. Man, I forgot his name. The Latino one, which was you know his
Julio
name?
Clips.
Is it Julio Clips? No, I don't think that's it. It's a Latino one that be in the battle rap.
There's a lot of them.
Flaquito.
There's a lot of Cortez.
Cortez, that's him. Cortez.
Yeah,
That's
he's
him.
like one of the beginners. Like
Yeah,
he
he
was the
raw.
first one.
He
He
raw.
got called spick like a mother. That being Latino in battle rap. Yeah. Y'all talking about the subject. Let's talk about that subject. Cause y'all motherfuckers. And
Go crazy.
I'm talking about my FBAs, right? We gonna do it right? I want you to go to battle rap. I want to see the Spanish guys ever. Like Spanish guys, the battle. Like Cortez, when he battled I'm gonna put you out there, man. I'm gonna put you out there, Hustle. Miss Hustle. I'm gonna put you out there, Miss Hustle. Disrespectful, most like racist shit ever I heard in that one. I'm like, I felt bad. I'm like, all right, he used the nigga word. Pardon me. I'm staying in the context of this, some Spanish. Cortez uses that word. He's from Brooklyn, so he used that word, whatever. But he doesn't say it in the derogative way, like in what the means that he just says it like we say it. You know what I'm saying? But she went in on the Mexicans and the Puerto Ricans and the Spicks and all the Spicks. And she even sometimes, if you say like something about Spick and Span and make a metaphor with the Spick part, it's dope sometimes. Sometimes you can do a little racist, slur when you put it together, dope, it might be dope. But nah, she was straight like disrespecting the whole culture with it. Like, really, like, nobody really said, I know it's battle rap. See, I'm Spanish. I would have got offended. I'll be like, yo, they racist. We know that's Miss Hustle. We know she's dope and lyrical, but she chose to do that. Nobody really got. I mean, they probably did. Many people who listen to that probably did get offended and be like, "Fuck that bitch," afterwards. But they didn't say it. They didn't voice it. But you can't take that from his house. His house was dope. One of the dopest battle rappers that was out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, I have to tell you that story just because we're talking about this. The racial.
No, we was talking about the battle rappers.
What's going on over here? Always like, let's take some questions or whatever. Cuba, look up this weekend kid from BX. His name is the boss man from BX. He sounds like Pun. Oh, I think I heard him, man. I think he's Italian or something like that. He sounds too much like Pun.
Oh, he does. He's dope. He sounds too much like Pun.
Listen, don't even ask me because listen, I got a rule with it. I think everybody has a rule. Like when you know, it's like y'all asking Junior Mafia how about Shine in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like that with me, and I have nothing against it. I'm trying not to try, but it's only
That's
one
a
of my
very
brothers.
good.
It's only
That's
one
a
of my brother, and he's the inventor of that voice and that style. My brother, I sound like my brother. Like that's how selfish I am, and I really want to hear nobody with the same voice as my brother because you're not him. That's how I feel, really. But my courteous and respectful side is like, you good, my brother. Keep doing your thing.
Have you heard any AI songs yet by Big Pun?
That what AI? Yeah, I heard it. I heard a couple of them.
By Pun?
But I mean, if you just gotta write, give me a Pun verse. Yeah, and
No. Have you heard any yet that they made with AI?
No.
They made them with Pac. They made them with
Yeah,
Biggie.
I heard it. I heard
I
Drake
haven't
did it.
heard none.
Remember
I haven't heard none
Drake
yet.
did it, and this is Lamar did when he just Kevin Lamar. I mean Kevin Lamar. I'd be lost nowadays, man. When he had that battle, a recent battle, he did AI to disguise one of his verses with Pac's voice. So you hear
Yeah,
Pac.
you talking about when he did the Drake battle.
Kendrick Lamar. When he
Yeah,
battled Kendrick
Drake and
Lamar,
Kendrick. Yeah,
like one of the
he did the
dishes
Pac,
Drake used.
Yeah, that was
So
dope.
yeah, dope. But
That was
listen,
dope.
man. I remember hip hop, to tell you the truth, and there was cardboards outside when the Bronx was burnt down. Like for real, when you see them footages, you go to the burning Bronx back in the days. That's when I hit the Bronx, 1984. Without knowing English, coming from a tropical island, Cuba, Puerto Rico, the Bronx. Like that's a whole different chase. Like throw you in a, you was in a microwave, and I know where to throw you, in the Antarctica, in the water in Antarctica, and you got to swim. That's what they did. That's what we did. And but we couldn't go. Nothing could get tougher than that Mario boat lift ride, and then that Miami in 1980. Y'all heard of the cocaine cowboys? That that era was crazy. The Cubans and the Colombians, because it was something like this Venezuela thing that's going on, where they dumped all the immigrants right now in America, and they got it. But this is like millions. Over there, it was like 200,000 Cubans that got dumped in Miami. And what Fidel did, he added all the criminal. He opened the jails and he let them go out of Cuba. So clean his island up. That's what he did. I was part of that. So now I'm over here looking back, like, I noticed some great, great, great talent, and people, Venezuelans, are gonna be probably y'all best friends and really an asset to the economy and become, somebody that y'all gonna love. But it's a lot of crime going on, and I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid when that happened, so I know it's a kid like me and them planes that came over there or they walked over that border. That's like me too. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be a hypocrite with that. But I do definitely, that's what they do on the politic level. They do things like that, and the people, they got to suffer, and tired of suffering for real. So but yeah, man. And then from Miami, I went to Puerto Rico 4 years. Then went to Cuba. I mean, they went to Cuba. They went to the Bronx, and I learned that's when black folk just love me for real. I ain't even lying. Like I don't even know if that happens to other, people, but I know that. I didn't know English, and I was hanging out with Carl. You know what I'm saying? With Kevin, with Janisha. I was hanging out with, you know, um, who else was across? Shannon, and there was a couple of Puerto Rican, Richie, my man Richie too, his family. Little Johnny, which Little Johnny was Eve Rivera, the dude who'll be doing I put him in the game too. Eve Rivera, he's down with Joe. After the whole separation, he already switched sides with me. But it was my man Johnny's brother that later on I met, and I had him with me, and then he was with around Terrace Squad or whatever. But he's doing he did the Power, the show Power for 50 Cent now. So he's big, through me, he got in. I was the gatekeeper. I let him in. He ran with Joe, left me behind. So I had that, I had that done to me many times. You know what I'm saying? And it's because of the situation of the business, I guess. They see that. But little Johnny, when I was coming over, I didn't even know English. Little Johnny, his brother, was my boy, man. You know what I'm saying? We little kids. We was rocking together, playing Skelsy, sluts. Anyway, I'm getting too crazy with my past. That's for y'all to see in a movie or read in the book, man, when I put it out there. But just know that the relationship with my FBAs, man, and I'd rather say foundational, Black Americans, because that's what it really is. I love that name because it's all about the foundation. Pun's first record album, his label that he was supposed to come out after he did Yeah Baby, it's called Foundation. And he meant the foundation because he lived in the Bronx, and it's foundation because we was from the gutter, from nothing. And if your foundation ain't strong enough, ain't gonna be able to hold what you ever built, what you built above it. Even when you build, especially when you're building a house, a building, just know that you have to have the right foundation for you to really, what I'm saying, hold the weight that you need to hold it and really make different levels of it and keep going up.
And you got me up late. Listen, man, you gonna give me one more good story.
No way, that's it. It's over. You gotta pay.
Tell me
Cash App.
Tell us the
Heavy.
Tell us the Biggie. No, not the Biggie. Tell us the Big Pun
Man,
Jay-Z
Mexicans
story.
in the Bronx, man. My Mexicanos, I love it.
Yeah.
I love everybody, man. Listen, even when I was a shorty, I'm Sagittarius. Like, my birthday just passed. I just turned 50. So I don't know if it's because I'm Sagittarius, that I'm adventurous and all of that, and I like to travel and meet new people. It's in my heart to learn about cultures or some Cuban the Explorer, like Dora. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love just meeting and uniting. And that's my name is Cuban Link. I linked everybody up. You know what I'm saying? If you go back even I linked Pun with Joe. I did the first intro, the Bodega, for 167. I did it.
And you heard me?
I did a lot of linking, man. Shit.
Did you hear me?
But I just love every race. I love, we part of each other. So I'm curious. I'll be always curious how other people, Indians, it don't matter.
Indians. Tell us the Jay-Z Big Pun story, bro.
Trying to go positive, so finishing a positive note. You want to go to?
We just laughed. We were talking about Pun. Tell us that story. Tell us the Jay-Z.
That's for another day. That's a whole chapter. Yes, you can't just say that. Jay-Z, like Jay-Z, I'm involved in it in a good way. I know. I'll tell it, but then that's too long of a story. That's too much. That's too much.
He said, "No, that's too much." All right. Hey, listen, we've been on here over an hour, bro.
Wait. Knowledge. You high as fuck is all I know over there. You're fucking.
No, I know we've been on here an hour.
Little.
We've been out of here an hour, 8 minutes. Look, that comes
now
through.
I want to read something. Wait a minute. Knowledge. What up, baby? Yeah. Is it true you were supposed to be in Scarface 2? I remember reading that in the source back in the days. When I got cut, yes, that's a true statement. But I wrote the script and everything. It's crazy that I got cut and all that, but we was doing that already. I was doing it with my man Jason Norris in Miami. And later on, he got killed. He was heavy, private planes, his own private plane, housing, Star Island, like that big. You know what I'm saying? Jason Norris, salute my brother. I had much love for him. He was Jamaican and Cuban. And we got together. After I got cut, he flew me over there. And, I was over there in his mansion, so I was writing the script. And it was dope. And then somehow, some way, the source found out about that. Somebody leaked it to it. And they put that, and it always been stuck with me. They ain't had no IG or no YouTube, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was word of mouth. and that rumor spread. You know what I'm saying? And I really was working on it, but I wanted to keep it a secret and all that because we didn't know. Like we did it a freestyle, almost like we got this. Because my man Jason, he knew the guy from remember The Mask, the actor from The Mask, the evil, the villain, the white boy with the boy. We went to that nigga house. Oh shit, pardon me, my brothers and sisters, pardon me with the word. We went to his house, and read the script to him and everything, like read it and all that. Everybody was hyped up like this. Oh yeah, I could get with the Bregman brothers. And the Bregman brothers are the funders that did the first Scarface because we had to see if we could do it because some characters had the same like storyline. So now he got permission. So when it came back later on after everything was finished, as far as like the script and we was ready to go, then they say, yo, we only give you like 10%. If you do the movie, we'll give you like 10%, whatever you gross. They'll keep 90. Like, hell no, who's gonna do that? That's because we implicated the first like the storyline with that one. But nobody to this day, I still got it, but I broke it down in the series. I got a series for it. It's crazy. I'm just waiting to do my own thing. But like once I get my own thing popping on, I'll show you historical and beautiful concepts and artistry through film. And of course I'm gonna do that through hip hop, but through film, I got it. I gotta definitely get this before I'm done. I'm not living in this earth. My ideas and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I've been caught up, mad as hell too, man, because I got so much like, artistry in me and I work. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't got nothing. I got everything. The other side is scared. That's why they keep blocking it. So yeah, I mean, it feel like he's hurting the world by that because these ideas I got, I'm sure my FBAs, my every color in the world, y'all gonna enjoy it. Every street dude, every y'all gonna enjoy it. They dope. When something is dope, it don't matter. It crosses color lines, ethnic lines. It's just dope. It's something that we all should cherish, and that's what the business I'm in. And then the music, you know what I'm saying? Film, whatever. Ideas. I'm a great. I think I'm a great, and I gotta prove it though. I know I am. That confidence never left because God kept it there. Because I know that I gotta deliver this to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But life is life, and we gotta deal with certain issues because that's what it is. But all I know is that you looking crazy right now. You smoked 3
I'm
blunts
good.
when you was here. Yo, my brother, it's been a pleasure talking to you, man. And y'all, it's been a pleasure talking to y'all. It's
Yes,
my
sir.
brother
Man, we
Pop,
love everybody tuned in.
Prince of Pain. Met him as a spoken word. I met him when he was a spoken word
Artists.
artist. And I gassed him one day. I was like, you should put it together and start rhyming. So he started rhyming. He's still, doing his thing. And he loves the culture. He always did. Poetry and rhyming. They go in the same house, different probably rooms, but they there. Any great ideas. It's incredible. And I love this. I love the game. As far as not the business part of it, as far as like people involved, but I love the creating part of it, is the process. I love the working with people. I see certain things, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I had this since back in the days in high school. I remember I did my first little show in the auditorium and in Chelsea High School down in Manhattan by Canal Street. That's where I went. And I remember we had a showcase thing where different classes they got to get up and perform. And I remember I had 4 brothers with me, all black, you know what I'm saying? And I was the only Spanish. And I wrote 3 of these rhymes just to perform and do it like a group because I didn't want to. I was scared to go by myself. I'm not going up there. I was in the 11th grade, and I wrote. Well, it was 4 of us. I wrote 2 of their rhymes. I think David is one of their names, but I wrote 2 of their rhymes because they just we got the energy together. Like they were my friends, and we was like, yo, let's do something together. And they was like, I don't know how to rhyme it up. I said, I got you, don't worry. And I was just that dude. You know what I'm saying? I never took credit. Be like, oh, look at it, I wrote that. But I'm telling you now, that was a hobby that I had. So that's a gift later on. Of course, look what it led me. But it's kind of surreal the way it happened, like my career in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But on the low, like I always had that, and I shared it. And it was always black folks around me doing this. You know what I'm saying? From my hood to the school to everything. Even in Cuba. My best friend over there, his name was Kinagua. Quinagua. African. In Cuba, next is my neighbor. I remember him. I was fucking like 3 years old. I remember Quinagua. That's a crazy name. Quinagua. And for me to remember it is even crazier. So I'm trying to just tell you, man, certain things, I mean, it's a spiritual life we live in. It's the energy that, you know what I'm saying, it comes to me. And I could show you examples of that and all of that, but that's for another day. But anyway, thank y'all, man. Thank all of y'all for tuning in. I'm always going to be the same dude. And if y'all let me say it, I'll say it right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to always be the same nigga. And I'm talking about myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's when we use the word like that. And that's to show appreciation and love. But I'm going to stop doing that. I got to stop doing that. Because you know what? It's not just those that understand we're gonna work harder to get together, to form this unity between whatever color. But it definitely started with black and brown. Believe that, in New York City, and it spread on through hip hop, through the music of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And FABs, they're the ones who they created hip hop. Bottom line, like I told you, the last thing I'm trying to find out is the graffiti part. There's four compartments four compartments that I already know that I felt that's enough proof that happened, because I'm also a student still. My beautiful black people, keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? We against all odds anyway. You already know what it is. Make sure that you demand that respect, you demand that power, and you keep that unity up, man. Nothing but love from your brother Cuban Link. You know what I'm saying? And your brother Pop. You know what I'm saying? He's a disgusting fuck too. Don't get it twisted over there with trying to be cool and he's a bastard. But that's my brother. And this Chicago and New York just linking up like we're trying to do with the whole world, man. Nothing but love, man. Y'all be safe, man. Have a good night. Much love. My brother, be good, Papa.